Hi friends, thank you so much for coming back to craft with me today, and welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Alyssa, and today we're going to be making this gift bag journal out of a paper bag, as you can see. So I do have a tutorial on how I make my paper bag junk journals. I'll link that down below, but it's no different from how I'm going to create this one today. The only thing is I obviously kept the handles here, and I added this tissue paper as well so that it looks like an actual gift bag. But when you open it, it's a journal. So I found these cute little bags here from Joann's. They came in a 4-pack, so I had to turn this one into a journal. But these are the other 3 that came in the pack. I love this one too, so I'm probably gonna do this one today. But anyway, this one says, I love you no matter what. No matter what. This is just a little heart bead or a charm that I added to the handle. And then I also just tied this extra little piece of trim that I had left over and made a little bow as well. So you can add as many cute little touches to the handle there as you would like. And it's just so adorable. This little journal, by the way, measures 4.5 by 5 3/4. So just not counting the handles or anything. But again, when you open it up, it's a fun little journal. So there's a side pocket over here, and I just put this card inside that says love you lots. So whether you're gifting this to somebody or the recipient could use this as a little journaling card, you've got this cute little piece here, some writing space here, and I've just washi taped this down with my glittery heart washi tape. I have a red doily envelope here, and it's a tuck spot. So there's my little journaling card behind it. And inside the envelope, I've just put this cute little sticker. This part over here, I just left blank. I love that paper. This is just the Valentine's Day paper pad by Park Lane, which was also from Joann's. And this is where I added the tissue paper. So this whole page is a pocket. So you could actually put a gift inside here that's relatively flat. So it does go all the way down. So for example, I'm just going to take this scrap here, but I left this whole page open. So you could potentially put more journaling cards or things inside of this pocket page. So it will look kind of like that. Or depending on how you put your tissue paper in here, the tissue paper could act as a pocket as well. So I'm just going to take my little gift card here, and I'm going to kind of try to show you. So just right in this little spot here where the tissue paper is, there's also a little pocket in there. So you could put smaller things inside, like a little gift card or something, maybe a tea packet, or, just something smaller in case you don't want to fill up the whole entire pocket there. So there are lots of different options there, and it just looks super cute, I think, with the tissue paper coming out at the top. And over on this side, I just have some blank space here for writing. Added a little heart over there. On this side, I just put some stickers on this page, and this one says Forever Love. That's just a love sticker paper clip to this side, and I added this little frame. You could put a very small photo inside that frame as well. And over on this side, I've paper clipped another sticker, and behind it is just this little ticket I made. And over here, I have a tuck spot and a journaling card. And I realized there's a lot of love going on. So that says love, this says love. I mean, I know this is a Valentine's themed gift bag journal, but there was a lot of love going on. And here is the other pocket page here with the tissue paper. And then see, I have love over here. So there's some extra space for writing. This is just a little die cut piece, paper clipped over on this side. This is a little cut apart from the Valentine's Day paper pad. And here I have a vellum pocket with those glittery hearts at the bottom. And I have this journaling card in there. And this is my other pocket page, and I just put this tissue paper there inside. And this is the last bit of the journal. So I have this little gnome here and some extra writing space as well. And that just goes right into this side pocket in the back. And then there's the back of the journal. I just love this cute little design and the fact that it still looks like an actual gift bag. So you can also use whatever size baggie here you would like, but these ones are pretty mini. So I'm going to show you how I create this. I hope you enjoy seeing my process. So I am going to be using this bag today. I'm Donuts for you. And to start off my paper bag journals, I just open up the bottom piece here. Just kind of gently tear this open. We're not really using this part, so it doesn't matter if it looks like this. We just kind of want to open this part up. And then I'll kind of flatten out my bag like this. And I'm just going to cut off this whole bottom strip here. So I'm just gonna run it through my paper trimmer. You can cut it by hand, do whatever you would like. But I'm just gonna cut right here where there's already that crease or line. And I'll probably still have to go through with my scissors. Okay, so this is what we are left with essentially. So here's the side of the bag, and this is where we're going to cut, just right along this middle line here. So with this, I'm just going to go in with my scissors and cut that. So now it's going to be open like this. Let me just take that little scrap off. So we're going to have these two flaps on the end, and I just bring those in to create side pockets. So this is going to be the front inside cover, and this is the back inside cover. And so what I'm going to do now is just fold this in half right along this line here. So it already has the score line for us, which is great. So I'm just going to fold it in half like this. Bring this part out. And this is where I create my little hinges or my accordion folds for my spine. So I'm just going to actually flip it this way so I can line it up on my scoreboard. And I'm pretty much going to just focus on this section here. Everything past this score line over here, we're just going to ignore. So we're just focusing on this section here for our spine. So this section here is 1 1/4 of an inch wide, and I want to divide this up into 3 smaller sections. So most of the time, this is not going to be a perfect measurement that you can divide equally. So I always just eyeball it. So I'm just going to make a score line maybe here and then here. So let me just do that all the way down so you can see. But now you can see there are 1, 2, and 3 strips now in this section, and that's exactly what we want. So there's no real measurement for that. You're really just eyeballing it. Unless you have a perfect width where you can divide it by 3 and get an even number, or at least a number where you can score on your scoreboard. But I just tend to eyeball it. It is supposed to be like a semi-junk journal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So at this point, we can start accordion folding our spine. So I'm just gonna open this back up, and now we're just gonna focus on these middle sections here. So there's already a fold right here, and it's going this way to our right. So we're gonna just take the next little score line that we made, and we're gonna fold it in the opposite direction. So we're gonna fold that back so that everything goes to the left. And then there's gonna be this score line right here. We're gonna fold it the opposite direction. So just fold that over to the right. So now when we open it, you can see our little accordion fold starting to form there. And so this was our center here. So that's already folded for us. So just keep on accordion folding this. Until all your scores have been folded over. Okay, and so when you're all done, you should have something that looks like this for the spine. So what we're going to do now is just flip this to the outside here and pop some glue along our accordion folds. And then we can just press them all together. And just flatten out our little journal here. So once that's dry, of course, once you open it up, you're going to have 1, 2, and 3 little hinges in the middle. And that's how we're going to attach our inside pages. So we'll go ahead and just let that dry. But now we can start working on the inside here. So now what I'm going to do is just take a piece of paper that is the same exact size as this space here. So everybody's bag is going to be different. So I'm not really giving measurements, but I just use this to cover up that whole entire space there. So this is going to be my background now. And then I can just glue this little flap right over top to create a side pocket. So I have another sheet here as well for the back inside cover. So I think I'm actually going to tape these down with some double-sided tape. And so this piece here is just going to go right in the background. So I'm going to go as close as possible to my first little hinge here and just place my sheet down. And just make sure everything can still close up nicely. And if there's any kind of overhang, I'll just cut that off with my scissors. But there's the background there, and I am just gonna glue down this flap here as well. Just at the top and the bottom. And I'm gonna bring that over. That'll be my side pocket. And now we're gonna do the same exact thing to this side. So if you have some extra space over here that's blank, it really doesn't matter because you're going to be gluing down your side pocket anyway. So let's do that. And in case you were wondering, the size of my background sheet here, maybe you are using the same bags as I'm using. These were just 4.5 inches across by 5 3/4 of an inch tall, because that's the size of my journal. All right, make sure everything closes up nicely. But there we have that. And now we're going to work on our little pocket pages for the inside. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. And first I'm just going to grab my main pages here. So these are going to be the main pocket pages. And these measure 8.5 inches across by 5 3/4 of an inch tall. So let me just take one of these for now. So what I'm going to do is hold it at the longer side here at 8.5, and I'm just going to divide it in half. So I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to fold it in half. I'm using the same paper pad, the Valentine's Day paper pad by Park Lane. And I picked this paper obviously because of the sprinkles for my donut journal. So that's all that I do for my pocket pages. And then if you want to add more pages, all you have to do is go through your scraps or pick whatever size page you want to do. And you just have to score it at 1/2 inch on the left-hand side. So this is just a scrap strip I have, and I'm going to cut it down to maybe 5 inches. And so I want just a 1/2 inch tab, or you can really make it whatever size. You could do 1/4 inch, whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm just gonna score it at 1/4 inch there, and it'll have a little tab here on the left-hand side. So this little tab is how we're gonna anchor any extra pages that we want to add to our main pocket page here. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue down this little tab on this sheet. And I'm just going to attach it to the inside here. So it can be smaller like this. It can be the same size as the main page. It's really up to you and dependent on the size of your paper bag. So do whatever you would like. But this is what it's going to look like on the inside. And then what you would do is just attach this to one of the hinges in your journal. So you would close it up like this and just obviously glue down the sides, and you could get a pocket page here at the top. Since this is the gift bag version, I'm going to add some tissue paper first to this pocket. So for that, obviously, you're just going to need a tissue paper scrap. So you really don't need a lot. This one is about 9 3/4 by 5. Just for reference, obviously don't go measuring your tissue paper Just get a little strip of it like this. And you can just scrunch it up and put it inside of your journal. I don't know. I'm just going to do something like this. Fold it up. Kind of do like a cone shape, I guess. Just in case you want to put like a smaller gift on the inside, like how I showed you in the beginning. It doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of just do something to that effect. And then what I do is I just grab my packing tape. So I'll just grab a little piece here and I'll just place it kind of towards the bottom. Because if you still want to use this page also as a pocket and put something in all the way down, then you don't want anything to interfere with the tissue paper, obviously. So I kind of just like to cover it with some extra tape. So then when you go to fold it up, it'll look something like this. And you can make this as messy as you want to. So what I'm going to do at this point is bring my little journal over, and I'm going to just focus on this first little hinge, and I'm going to pop some glue on the back of my hinge here. So let's do that first. And we're just going to attach this side to the back of the hinge where we just glued. So just bring that over top. And I am going to just close this page up like so, and kind of just push it into the hinge a little bit. Close up your journal, make sure that everything can still close up nicely. And just make sure it looks how you want it to look from every angle. So this should be good. Okay, so that's attached to the back now. So we're gonna just open this part up. And now we're just gonna glue the tab or the hinge over here and then the bottom to close up the pocket page. We can now just bring this part over. And if you want to adjust your tissue paper or anything before you close up your pocket, feel free to do that, but it's supposed to look messy, you know? So it really doesn't matter. But now we can just close that up. And that's our first page done. So again, you could stick something inside all the way down, or put something smaller in the tissue paper, like that. You could even put like a small souvenir, or even just a small little journaling card. And then you also have this extra little flip page to do some journaling on, and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty much just going to repeat this same process for my next two little hinges left. And then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So here's our little gift bag journal. How stinking cute is that? And you can literally just hold it like a regular bag. I just love this little design. But then when you open it, you've got some journaling space, or just fill this up with photos of the recipient and yourself or whomever. So this is just the basic construction of this. You can have fun decorating, filling this up with gifts or mementos or memories, whatever you desire. So I think this would be such a cute little Valentine's gift, or just create it for any occasion. But that's going to complete my process video. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed and were inspired to create one of these yourselves. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crafty fun and inspiration. And leave me a comment down below. I love chatting with all of you and meeting new friends. So thank you all so much for being here. And I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Happy crafting and huge hugs!